Okay, Cardano fans, buckle up. It's Ledger Prime here, back with another price prediction, this time for Cardano. Now, Cardano, ADA, has one of the most passionate communities in crypto, but also one of the most controversial price histories. So today, we are going to break down exactly where ADA could land in 2026, the catalysts, the risks, and the price targets nobody wants to say out loud. So, where does Cardano stand right now? Cardano remains one of the industry's most research driven chains, built on peer reviewed academic foundations. A couple of things it has going for it: millions of staked ADA, one of the highest decentralization scores out there, a massive global community, and it has real traction in Africa and in the education systems. But, and there's always a but, the knock on ADA is always the same: slow development, not enough apps, not enough hype. And going into 2026, that narrative is shifting a little bit, quietly, but it's shifting. So, what are the catalysts moving into 26 that could maybe give us a little price appreciation on our Cardano tokens? First, Midnight and the privacy sidechains. So Cardano's privacy network called Midnight, so look that up. Cardano's privacy network is called Midnight. Do some research. This brings a zero knowledge toolkit built for enterprises. If this hits adoption, it will put ADA in the conversation with privacy and compliance sectors, which is a huge market. Number two, Hydra scaling. Hydra keeps improving. And this is not hype. This is through actual throughput upgrades. By 2026, Cardano could be processing thousands of transactions per second, putting it near the upper tier of L1 efficiency. And guys, to be an enterprise level chain moving forward and to have global and worldwide adoption, you need high throughput. We can't be slow. Things can't lag. The society and where we are right now is people, they want things done now, instantaneously, on their phone, as they're on their bike, as they're in the airplane. It cannot lag. Number three, on-chain governance. Cardano is about to flip into full self-governance. This is what Ethereum and Solana eventually want to do, but Cardano is already rolling it out. Four, real-world use cases. So identity products in Africa, education verification, government partnerships. These don't pump these bags overnight, but what they do is they lay the foundation and they build legitimate value. However, guys, there's always risks and the bear cases. Everybody wants to tear it down, but if we're putting real money, if we're putting our paychecks into these tokens, we need to understand the risks and what could cause Cardano not to go up. So let's just look. The world is not all sunshine and rainbows. We know that. And here are the risks for Cardano in 2026. Number one, other L1s are going to move faster and take share. Period. Cardano needs to move. Cardano's ecosystem still struggles with developer adoption. In order for a chain to be successful, it needs a very good developer ecosystem. Think about Microsoft Windows. Microsoft Windows makes it easy to develop applications to install on the Windows operating system. These blockchains work much in the same way, where the chain is basically worthless unless apps can be developed and built on top of it. And if Cardano is struggling with developer adoption, that's kind of a risk for the chain. Hype cycles favor chains with louder marketing. Cardano needs to market. They need to market. They need to get developers on chain. Enterprise adoption is slow and bureaucratic. And ADA going up is going to require patience and real usage. Right? The days of the meme coin are over. What's going to drive price is people and developers using applications on chain. So with that being said, let's take a look at our price predictions for 2026. And let's talk about these numbers. These ranges are going to assume a typical post-halving macro environment, and expanding retail return. So my conservative estimate for Cardano in 2026 is 80 cents to $1.20. This involves, looking at the slow growth, continued slow growth, limited app development, steady staking. Cardano will stay relevant, just not explosive. The moderate base case scenario, $1.50 to $2.50. That would involve Hydra scaling, enterprises adopting midnight, a stronger DeFi ecosystem. Cardano could reclaim its mid-cycle valuation. Those things need to happen though. The bull case, $3 to $5. Cardano could become a top 5 chain again. Governance would take off, liquidity would thicken, the Africa partnerships would expand, and enterprise adoption would kick in. But this would require hype around the token and the fundamentals lining up at the same time. Sales and marketing, right? People need to know about it, and it also needs to be able to scale. The ultra bull scenario, we're talking $7 to $10. Highly unlikely, but possible. And this is extreme, I know it, but not completely impossible, so we're going to talk about it. So, in a full-blown crypto supercycle, where real-world assets, identity, and governance converge, right? Think 2021-ish euphoria, but upgraded on real fundamentals. So as an investor in Cardano, what should you be watching for? If you're holding this, and you're going to hold into and through 2026, here are your key metrics to watch. DApp activity and daily active users on the network. Are there more apps being deployed, and are the daily active users going up? We need to see those numbers trending up. Hydra throughput upgrades. Keep an eye on that. Are they releasing upgrades? Is the throughput going up? That also needs to be enhanced if they're going to compete and scale at the level they need to. Midnight enterprise partnerships. We're going to watch the news. We're going to see if any big corporations or big companies adopt midnight and implement that in their enterprise. ADA staking and governance participation. Again, we need to see this ticking up. Also, cross-chain integrations. So if these 5 metrics start to trend up, ADA will not stay suppressed for long. Guys, Cardano's not the flashiest chain. It is slow, methodical, and academic, but it's also the reason it has survived every single market cycle. 2026 could finally be the moment where ADA stops being future potential chain and becomes the chain delivering actual real world impact. So let me know below. What do you think? What is your target for ADA? Are you closer to $1? Or are you up there in the $5 range? And let me know also, what other coins would you like me to see do a 2026 price prediction on? Leave it in the comments and we'll crank out a video for you. And again, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next breakdown. And again, remember, it's time to stay focused, lock in, because the world is about to be tokenized.